So here's my Puppeteer build. Of course, P5, level 50. So I'm going to have a few more points than obviously a level 45. I'll just kind of go over some of the things that I find very important. I would say with Puppeteer, getting shock and awe and high voltage maxed out is a good thing to have. This is for the Elite's Thunderstruck ability. This one just increases the damage radius, and then one to increase the damage inflicted. Now, because it's an ability, this damage increase applies to book as well. So I find these to be very good to have, especially for book. I like to do Tenacious Economic Dash, reduce the Demon Dash cooldown. That's just kind of my own thing. Power Surge is to just kind of open up the rest of the row, but this increases the range of Elagos's AoE ability. And then we want Demonic Demolition and Berserker Blowout. So this increases the damage inflicted by the self-destruct, and this one increases the blast radius of the self-destruct. So these are certainly good at book as well, just because it'll do more damage on book when your unit self-destructs. Gates of Hell for both basic and elites, as with all of them, just to reduce the cooldown. I don't do Health Razor on elites for Puppeteer, but I do Rock Steady, and then Rock Steady Basic and Health Razor for Basic. So I don't use elites a whole lot, aside from possessing just for the experience and for Thunderstruck. And then I do use them a fair amount at book. And even at book, a power possessed elite, generally you're going to get 2 Thunderstrucks off with a balance bar stun in between. Prison rules. Always want prison rules. That means Elagos melee hits inflict bleed damage. So you hit a survivor with Elagos, they're going to take some bleed damage ticks. Heavy damage basic, just because basics are what you're going to concentrate on when you're using Puppeteer along with Elagos. So generally you're not going to do a lot with elites. You're majority of the time, 95, 99% of the match, you're going to be either boss or basics. And then now we come down here, we got Puppet Master Basic. That increases the maximum health and damage dealt by a possessed basic. So this just increases the damage for a basic unit. Kandarian Fury is certainly very important as well. The longer you spend possessing a unit, the more damage they can inflict. So at 3 out of 3, you can do a maximum damage of 20%, and it increases at a rate of 3% per second. So at 7 seconds, your unit will have max damage from Kandarian Fury. So with Kandarian Fury, it's a good idea that if the survivors, anytime you find the survivors, you want to spawn boss or possess a unit a little bit away from the survivor. That way your travel time towards the survivor is, and you're getting your Kandarian Fury benefit. So if it takes you a couple of seconds, by the time you get to them, you're going to be doing, 5% extra damage before you even engage. I use this just because you gain infernal energy every time you hit a survivor. It's really not necessary. This is just kind of the build I've been using. And then on this row here, I just like Test of Time. That slows down the objective captures. I like to have this just to be able to put more pressure on the survivors, and they have to spend more time trying to capture an objective. Now, some people do prefer to put some points in up here instead of this row. They'll try to get into like Scared to Death, or some probably even put into Health Razor Elite. But this is just what I do. Now, if I was a level 45, what I would probably do myself would be maybe something like that. So there's 40 points. You are reducing some of the damage boss can do and your basics can do, but you want to leave Kandarian Fury at 3 out of 3. And then, of course, kind of tweak these around as you want. There's other people that do like to use Demon Skin, some of these other ones, just because you can receive less damage when you get hit if you're possessing a survivor. That can be fun if you're wanting to play Splatter without playing Splatter. But this is kind of a suggestion for a level 45 build. Let me go ahead and put mine back, but that is my Puppeteer build. And we'll go ahead and get into a match. Here we go. Okay, we're on Kandar. Now, to level up quickly, we need 2 trap crates. On Kandar, you're only going to spawn in one of 2 spots. That's going to be South Acton or along Fort Gort. The one thing that'll take some time to figure out is crate spots. Every map's going to have certain areas where there's almost all but guaranteed crates. Occasionally, of course, you won't, but so like here, there's going to be usually a couple around Acton. So we'll want to trap those. You can see we already got a level. And then along Fort Gort, there's always some good crates along Fort somewhere. There is going to be guaranteed crates or treasure chests at the top of 2 of these towers. There's usually a crate here, not always. So we'll just come through, set some of these traps. And because we're Puppeteer, we aren't going to invest into traps at all. There's also this clay pot right here. Not many survivors use it or know about it, but if you leave that, they can actually jump out, so I like to break it. And then for getting out, you can jump through here, and so that's my path, and look for this crate right here. And then we'll come over here to this little crack house, get these traps. There's not always, but frequently at least 1 crate around here. So we'll trap that and this. And then here. And now for finding survivors, I could put a couple of links in the description. There is a thing called Spawn Theory. It was made up quite a while ago. Fort Gort or castle map, it's usually very easy to figure out where survivors spawn. So we spawned Acton. There's an objective here. There's an objective here. So chances are they did not spawn down here. They did not spawn here. Then we look at their fear levels, and their fear dropped. So it's very possible they spawned in Pox or Smithy, and they could be heading to Castle. They could also be in Vengeance, could have spawned in Vengeance and went up to Windmill. And we can just kind of monitor their fear to see what that does to get an idea as to where they are. We'll go ahead and just continue trapping up Fort Gort to get some levels. And we do have another guaranteed treasure chest up in this tower here. There is commonly a crate here. And because there's that crate, I'm going to set this trap because there is a good probability they'll hit that trap to get that crate. And we'll go ahead and just set these traps here. There's sometimes a crate right there as well. And this time there is a crate here, and I'm going to run out of energy. Our 2 more there. So we can get some energy real quick. We'll go ahead and set that trap and that crate. That 1 would have been enough, but that's fine. Now we can see they got into a vehicle, and so there they are at Windmill. So they probably spawned in Vengeance, and they went to Windmill to loot there. And we'll go ahead and spend our points. We want 1 possession, 1 portal basic. I like demon powers. We're going to go ahead and do possession 2. So Puppeteer, possession is very important, especially with the cost of portals. So we want to get to possession 3 as soon as we can. Additionally, with Puppeteer, you don't have to be as high of a threat level to hit possession 3 as with some other demons. The other thing we can see is that there is no Hunter Ash, so we can feel free to use our Power Possess. Now, oh, I did not mean to do that. That's fine. I want to...
Something was controlling me like a puppet.
I wanted to do that. Oh, and I just screwed up my Demon Dash.
The map is a step closer.
I am out of energy.
This was not the plan.
And I did not mean to
dismemberment.
self-destruct my unit, but I did. And now, we want to use, if we can, running heavies, and we did not get it, but we can do that, and we're going to go ahead and do possession 3. We still don't have enough energy to spawn a portal, which means we have to rely on AI, unfortunately. So we'll go ahead and get some more energy. We'll go ahead and get another portal basic. And these turds are caravanning. We'll need to figure out where it is they're going. Now, do we want to follow the Ed? I don't know who was with Ed, or do we... In this case, we might stick with the warriors, because they're not going to have the dodges. So we might be able to at least get some damage done. Now, I could, of course, possess the car, try to wreck it. But most of the time, that's, especially Kandar, kind of a waste of time. And I didn't actually mean to do that. Well, there we go. Then we'll go ahead and power. Oops, I didn't need to do that. Now this Wash is new, and the other teammates are not helping him. So that is kind of unfortunate. Since this is a power possessed, I'm gonna feel free to maintain possession, and we'll just run after Scotty because he seems to be mostly clueless. Now we're gonna get into the loopy loops. And now, bam. Oh, no, we got it. So in this case, he's in loopy loop. He's got low health. He should be dead. Ah, damn. Wasn't enough to kill him. But we can do that. And you know what? I'm just gonna...
One by one.
I'm just gonna waste his ammo.
Something was controlling me like a puppet.
He's using long gun. Got a shotgun, which he really shouldn't have. Although he could be carrying a double barrel for Hunter. And we're going to be going to objective. I want to make sure I have all portals available, so we'll go ahead and get a point into Elite Portal. And if they're smart, they will be doing Vasquez objective first because it is far south. Now, setting these traps, I'm not going to expect to actually hit survivors because there is an Ed who should be detrapping. But I get experience for it, and there's always a possibility that one of the other survivors will go for it. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. I don't usually deal with that, but I'm going to.
Get me instead of get.
Shoot me again and I'll kick your ass.
Now,
Keep the ships coming.
Load this thing.
and we're going to go ahead and get boss 3. Boss is very good to use. He's most beneficial when survivors have split up and they're not sticking together, but still good also on objectives because he does have a couple abilities that will stun the survivors. And so as we can see right here,
You have allowed the mortals to locate the Kandarian dagger. End them before they take it!
and then I'm gonna put out a couple of proxies just because, and now
You're a savior.
matter. Now what I like to do myself is so I do an AoE and then I'm gonna do a grab and then we can do that. Now with boss, only ever do lights. Do not use heavy attacks with boss because they are terrible. Now we can see David put down his ability, which will drain my energy. Now I should be doing running heavies, but I keep screwing up, and that's fine. I'm power possessed.
I dare you.
So I'll go ahead and do a head rip now, and then we can hit them both with a head rip. And then just for fun, we're gonna go ahead and put these points in. I don't want to keep picking on the new hunter though. Damn it, Wash. I don't want to keep picking on you.
Do I look dead?
Crap. Nope. I wanted to go ahead and possess the unit and do a ability again.
The Kandarian!
We got 3 more points. Well, at this point, we'll just go into Portal Elite. So we got Boss 5, which is very good. Now with Puppeteer, Elagos, the lowest health pool of all the bosses, but also has the lowest cooldown. at boss 5, you're going to have like a 90-second cooldown, give or take. So he might have low health, but you also get him back really quick. Now we'll just have to wait and see what they're going to do. And of course, they're going to caravan, because that's what they do. Because now they wrecked it. I'm not gonna get a dash in. Oh, I didn't get a dash in because I missed Warrior Ash.
Pretty sweet. The effects are instantaneous.
Hey, I got my power possess. Oh, I don't want to go after it. And that's what I wanted. Ah, damn, I'm out of energy. Figured I'd have enough for at least one possession.
I need help! They've got me!
One other spot Puppeteer benefits is possessions. I don't know why they're leaving David behind. They really shouldn't be. We'll go ahead and get our last point into Elite. Nope. Oh, now they're coming back for support. Now we'll just see what they're gonna do from here. They might, this is commonly referred to as Death Tower, because survivors do like to come in here, and it is easy to overwhelm them with units and kill them. So it does get the nickname Death Tower. Now, Puppeteer is not as good for Death Tower as Necro or Warlord, but it can still do some good. Can still get it. I was really hoping to have a little bit more energy. They might not go in there though. If they're smart, they would not go into Death Tower.
The lost pages of the Necronomicon have now
Okay.
been found.
Now, as I
Consume
like
the
to
humans
do,
before they harness the book's power.
is charge up, and put in the traps. Oh man, I pushed the wrong button. So you can also cancel David's ability if you stun at the right time. And I'm just gonna kind of hang out for a minute, and that way we can. And then we can. So there was another like 500 damage to Scotty. From a rock ability, so that's where the rock definitely can come in very beneficial and can be helpful. Now you get them doing finishers, and so Actually, I should have fine. I don't know why. Oh, there it is. There it is. Now we're gonna go ahead and roll usability because we know we can hit somebody, even if it is the nub. Other than that, I don't really care so much. Step on trap again. And now we don't have power possession, but we'll just and definitely also get used to using dodge. Damn.
That's it. The humans are in possession of the lost pages. You let this happen.
Oh, it's like, yeah, 90-second cooldown for boss. So they've been doing a really good job of killing my units and staying alive.
Will
David's
be the dark ones.
ability and DR from Shemps is helping them out a bunch. Now I forgot. Now the other thing we usually do, not so big of a deal here, but like to mark on the map where the objective was, just so we can easily go back to where they were. Whether or not they're still going to be there is a different story. Now they did go into Death Tower, but they waited until objective was done, which is a good thing. And I imagine David used ability.
There's no stopping me now.
Or not David, but Ed used his ability. No. And they're gonna go, and they're just in one car, so I'll let them go. We'll see where they're gonna, if or where they're gonna loot. If they're gonna loot. They might go through Arthurian. Depends on if there's any resources they need, and apparently there aren't. And now that worked out. Now, I just screwed up. I think I used ability. See, I think they kind of screwed up here. We'll wait. Bam.
Somebody shot me.
Watch your map. I marked something.
All that we're really trying to do here is a game of attrition. So they're leaving Ed. Damn, that wasn't quick enough.
I dare.
Damn. Didn't drop quick enough. Now, what we'll go ahead and do here, go another Infernal, just because I've got nothing else. We're going to do that. Now, well, that is Warrior Ash, and it's only a Oh, and he's all out of ammo anyway. So we'll just do that. And go ahead and drop out a unit. And we're going to go and drop out a couple more units, and then we'll spawn boss, and get boss out again.
The ship's coming. I've discovered something.
Now you can see I did a fair amount of damage. We don't have that just because, and we're gonna get down to
The book must be destroyed. Even now, our power bleeds into the rift.
now. We do need to wait till the counter actually starts before we can start attacking. Now, if we really want to cheese it, we can do the head rip, because that does, we get 2 damage to book when we do a head rip. There is the head explosion plus the body itself. I didn't get it there, but I might get, see, he screwed up. So Scotty screwed up right there by not killing me. He balance barred me and then left me. Now I'm gonna power possess an elite, because I may have gotten balance barred, but I got health and I get a quicker cooldown on ability, so I can still get some damage on it. And then we just kind of just do a head rip, and head rip is kind of a cheese in my opinion. I usually don't do it, but it is what it is. And I can get a couple hits off, 1 hit, plus ability, which is fine. Now I've got... I go ahead and pull boss. Got 30 seconds. I got time. I can finish book with Elvis. Maybe not. There it is. GG's. So Puppeteer is definitely a lot about pressure, knowing when to use Power Possess, when not to. We didn't have a Hunter Ash, so that definitely allowed me to freely use Power Possess whenever I wanted. Boss is very good.
Humanity's last hope.
Does a lot of damage. He, again, has very low health, but does a lot of damage. And then, yeah, trapping, when to trap. That depends. As I showed, I don't normally do the head rip, and then for traps, that's usually the last thing I put any points into. But that was a good gameplay. That was a very good match. Puppeteer can be very difficult to beat at book, so a book win with Puppeteer isn't usually a very big surprise. But if they have a really good balance bar, it is possible for them to win. I think that's some Puppeteer gameplay, and I'll just go ahead and end it there. Feel free to comment if you have any questions, and like I said, I'll put some links in the description for some of the Spawn Theory videos that were made years ago. Otherwise, that is it for this one, and we'll catch you next time.